here we are on the train. We're at Hampstead Heath, quite a posh part of London, on our way to the park for a bon voyage to the Bactrian team. Hopefully expecting a fair few people. Adam is giving me a camera lesson, which has us learning about things such as aperture, ISO, shutter speed. All very new to me, but anyway, and yeah, we're just having some fun with my new camera. Fun time. The weather is absolutely gorgeous, and we're looking forward to a bit of pims in the sun. Wonderful, I'd say.
I think my passion for photography coupled with a bit of excitement in seeing new parts of the world that don't get seen very often would have to mean that the Pamir Mountains in Tajikistan would definitely be one of the better highlights of the trip for me.
Turkmenistan and Ashgabat, it should be the most unusual place I think that I've probably visited. Very introverted country.
One of my favourites, well, what I'm looking forward to the most, but Tajikistan, just the Pamir Highway. I just want to go around the Pamir Highway. That's what I want to do. I want to see the Afghan border. I want to see guys in a yurt. I want to see someone playing polo with a sheep's carcass. That's what I want to see.
Crashing, I don't want to crash at all, because that will, not only will that be bad, but it will also jeopardise the rest of the trip, so let's not crash.
I wouldn't necessarily say scared. I think my biggest trepidation is that the car breaks down just from overuse or just can't cope with what we're trying to do, and we'll all be fine if that happens, and we'll get over it, and I think that's all part and parcel of it. But you know, we spent so much effort in doing this that we all want to make it to Mongolia, so if we didn't, I think that would be a real heartbreak. So yeah, hopefully the car stays true and we make it.
I think probably the biggest thing would be the red tape around getting into countries. I think I want to be able to just be able to get into a country. I think that may be a bit trickier than we may anticipate. I'm scared about little guards that are giving us bullshit when we don't want to have that. Oh, it's another ball. Cheers.
Curious.
Some variation of fun loving, I think, would be one.
Pensive.
Not dead yet.
Spontaneous?
Excitable. I get very excited about things.
Sweaty.
Yeah, I was going to use that one.
When I went to Sri Lanka and Amy made me walk through the national park to go and perhaps see some wild elephants, and I've never been as scared in my life.
I've probably got two answers to this question. One would be a physical adventure that I undertook in the same vein as this one, with my good friend Ben, riding bicycles through Vietnam for charity. And that pushed me to my physical limit. And then an emotional adventure would be meeting someone and falling in love with them in Asia, and then finding it in myself to make sure I was able to get to her half a world away in England through quite a few struggles, and then to live out a love story once I got here.
Physical adventure, probably trekking for 26 days in the Himalayas, which was pretty tough in parts, but I think just the whole choosing to change my life, as it were, and quit a really good job, and realizing that your priorities change. You know, what you thought was important maybe when you were a bit younger isn't so important these days, and I think maybe that's been the biggest adventure.
Crisis. I'm with a few people who will make sure that I'll be okay. Don't you worry. Everything will be fine. I can't promise that I'll make the best decisions, but I'm hoping that within the team we'll all pull together and make sure that we're not in danger.
Mum, please don't worry. Everything will go well. I trust these. I semi-trust these people. So don't worry, please.
Mummy, don't worry, I'm in good hands, and I'm really sorry, but you did bring up adventurous children, so you've only got yourself to blame for your daughter being in Tokyo at the moment while your son's planning a drive a third of the way around the world. So you did good, and I will live up to that goodness that you gave me.
My mom's amazing. She gets very scared, I guess, being a Jewish mom, and very nervous. But as someone who's travelled herself and she's travelled as like an education, I know she's super excited for me. So Mom, I've said this to you before, you're the strongest person I know, you've got the biggest heart of anyone I've ever met. And I promise you, like I've said to you many times, we will be safe, and we may be Muppets, but we're not idiots. So we'll take good care of ourselves, we'll look after each other, and we'll be coming home, I promise.
I'll start with Adam, because he's literally blown me away on this preparation. And I mean, it's not taking away from any of the other team members, and I think they actually probably agree with me on this one, because I don't think we would get to the same level without him being on that team.
Just massive heart, massive amount of love, just a genuine, phenomenal good oak who just loves laughing.
Dill is such a pragmatic thinker, but coupled with being such a fun-loving guy, it's like, I don't think I ever plan on ever meeting someone like that.
I love hanging out with Dill. You always know that you hang out with Dill, you're going to have a phenomenal time.
Jazz is just an idiot.
Just the epitome of fun-loving and living life the right way.
There's so much more fun around when he's around, so yeah.
Mark would have to be the most genuine guy I've ever met in my life.
Very practical, which I think is good, but just a super guy, and you just get the feeling with Mark that when he's a good friend of yours, like he'll stick by you through thick and thin, although I think that's true for both Dill and Dad.
A guy that who's able to look at every single detail, who's able to give us so much more in terms of what we need.
We don't get on. Frankly, we don't get on. I actively dislike two of them, and the other one I can tolerate.